All right, staying in Washington, the Supreme Court heard arguments this week on a case with big implications for schools across the country. It's based on a lawsuit filed by parents who do not want their kids to hear storybooks that include LGBTQ characters. Jan Crawford spoke to some of the parents involved.
It's breaking our community apart.
Billy Moses and Grace Morrison are mothers of elementary school-aged children at the center of a fight over parental rights and religious freedom that has landed at the Supreme Court, with both sides making their arguments on Tuesday. It started when school officials in a Maryland county told parents their children could no longer opt out of classes when teachers read from these new storybooks with gay, lesbian, and transgender characters and themes.
It should be up to her father and I to decide how and when to present these things, not the school.
But school officials said so many parents were choosing to opt out it was unworkable and at odds with their commitment to diversity.
LGBTQ inclusion isn't just a one-day event.
Mark Eckstein is a gay father who helped introduce the books into the curriculum.
This is just a way to kind of make sure that these issues are covered and also representative of the community.
Parent Bridget Howe also supports the books.
I think we need to say as a community that we are accepting and inclusive of all of our community members, and that includes in the storybooks that our children have access to in our schools.
But to Moses, the books force people of faith out of the schools, the opposite of inclusion.
My parents moved our family from overseas because they thought school was important. And to be in the best country in the world, to have the freedom to learn and yet worship God. But being forced to choose between God and education has been very hard.
Now, a majority of the justices were sympathetic to those parents who just say they want to send their kids to public elementary schools without compromising their faith. The conservative justices in particular seemed in favor of requiring that opt-out option for parents, while the liberal justices seemed to side with the school district. They said, like, how does this end? Where would you draw the line here? Gayle?
It's a conversation many parents are having. Thank you, Jan.